Welcome to this next part of this video series on the Tronxy X5SA 500 Pro. This time we will start the build. The previous videos, we discussed the makeup and of the electronic parts and tore them down and into pieces and reassembled them. And the one before that was the unboxing, and now finally we can start with assembling this beast, this huge beast of a printer. And as you can see, we'll start with the manual, the user manual and installation manual. I'm quite curious how far we will get without needing anything else, and just for the fun of it, I will try to assemble the whole thing with just these instructions, because that's what you get. The same thing that is printed here is also on the SD card, so based on that you don't get anything extra. I have heard that there are some assembly instructions additionally on YouTube from Tronxy, but I haven't found any that actually show the building of this 500 version, just normal, and I believe there is one for the 400 version. But as far as I know, there is no video on the assembly of this one for the Pro and the 500 in combination. So let's see how good of a job they did with the manual itself. Okay, packaging list. I already did this when I received the package to assess whether all components are there or not. And I guess we'll start there. I've already laid out all of the components, and as far as I can tell, everything is there. I won't go ahead and count the screws, because that's just annoying. Let's hope they did a good job with counting the amount of screws necessary for this build when packaging it. And yeah, let's jump right ahead and get the pieces we need and see when I can assemble this whole thing. As reference, I will let's put it here. I guess that's a little bit better for you to see this way. Let's start with the accessory pack. I'm not going to use their tools they provide, simply because there is no need to, and it's not the highest of quality. Okay. That's the parts you get for assembling the whole thing. Two screwdrivers, one Phillips, one flathead. This puny little steel thingy, well, not my type, a little bit too flimsy. These Allen keys, hex keys for the extrusion parts, but again, I won't use these simply because there is no need to, and I have better tools available to me. But I guess they should be enough to assemble the whole printer. So, step one, base frame assembly. Yeah, let's start with this one. What does it call for? One aluminium 1, 40, 40, 780, 4 pieces. Aluminium 2, 40, 20, 660, 2 pieces. Aluminium 3, 40, 20, 630, 2 pieces. So let's get them. The 4 pieces with 40 by 40 can only be these ones. Aluminium 2, 40 by 20, 600. 2 pieces. I would guess that they are these ones. Let's get something to measure them. 660, yes, this is right. 40, 20, yep, that's perfect. And the last one is 40, 20, 630. So the smaller ones, these ones. These should be 630. Yeah, looks about right. And then corner code. Okay, corner pieces. It should be this baguette. Should be this bag. Corner pieces. The short screws M4 by 8, 40 pieces. And the gaskets. Let's see. Yeah, they are 80. So the black ones are the 80 ones. Those should all be the corner pieces. The gaskets are in there, and the bolt nuts should be in there as well. But it does not look like they are in there. Let's look for them, I guess. I would say this is the package for that. A package which has the force and 100 pieces of bolt nuts. Well, this will be a lot of fun to keep all together. I don't know why they aren't splitting them in package that actually makes sense, because why not package everything in package A that is actually frame assembly? But oh well. Okay, that looks good. And long screws. They call it for M5, 45 millimeters. Well, that could be either these ones, which are not M5, they are M4, I believe. So that's not the one. So let's go with this one, I guess. Or oh, they are here. Okay. Let's just check. Rather say I should be 45, those are too small. And too big, those are more M6 screws. So I would assume these are the ones. These are too small as well. Well, this is interesting. Let's see how far we are going to get. Because oh, these ones look like they might be the right size. M4, unfortunately not the right size. So I assume they might be in here in this package, somewhere in there. Let's hope they are actually in there, and that's not wrong information here on this package. Let's look again. There are only M6 ones in here, no M5. And here are only M4s. All of them don't include an M5 screw. Well, that's something. Oh, these ones, but only 2 pieces. That's not quite right. Ah, here we go. It's in the package, which also includes springs. So for the assembly of the base frame, you will need these corner pieces with the screws and gaskets in here. You will need the package A, I believe. Yes, A package. And your aluminum parts. Well, they have such a nice labeling on this package. Why not tell you which package it is actually in? It's beyond me, but well, I'm not Chinese, so who knows? Okay. Aluminium 1 and aluminium 2. So this one is an aluminium 1. And I'm supposed to put aluminium 2, which is these, on the side of that. Somehow. Like this. Threaded hole upwards. So 1 aluminum 2, 1. Oh, this way, sorry. Oh, that makes more sense. So this goes here. And they call for the M545 screws, so this package here. Which does not include other M5, no. That makes it a little bit easier. And we need 4 of them for this part. 4, 2 for each corner. And an Allen key that works with these. I believe this is the right one. Oh, a little bit too big. So it's an 8. Not quite right either. They have a very weird in-between. I guess this one will work. Okay. It's important that you notice the side. The ones with these indentations here are the ones which need to face outwards where you screw in the screw. Because that way they will actually fit in properly. Otherwise the screw won't be long enough to reach the other side. Oh, great. Let's try one of the manual ones then, because they don't seem to be fitting quite well. Okay. Make sure not to tighten them too much, to get them too tight, because we will need to loosen it afterwards to get them properly squared up. That's a little bit unfortunate. Let's do it this way. Get one started. So this looks good. Now the second step is to put aluminium 3. 2 aluminium 3s on there. No, this can't be right. Oh, this is right. It's supposed to be like this. And then aluminium 3 here. And here with facing upwards, the countersink holes facing upwards like this and like this. And the installation corners on the side. Okay, then let's do this. These are the corners we need. Here are the bolt nuts, as they are calling them. And these should be the screws and the gaskets. Yeah, this printer really comes in a lot of small pieces. You really have to assemble everything. I don't even put the screws in for the corner connectors here. And there are a lot of them. One size smaller. Okay. And in all corners, 5 of them. Okay, this is a lot. So one like this. And then another 4 like this. Well, this will be quite a sturdy build if that is the way they want me to do it, which it looks like. A lot of screwing. I will see whether I can fast forward this for you, because let's face it, unscrewing all of these thingies here is not really that entertaining, I would believe. And there are a lot of them. Way too many. 0.8 is the right one here, yes. Okay. So this goes right here. And right here. Another one on the other side. And a bunch more around the entire thing. This really is a build for multiple days. I fear this really is a build for more than a day. But if you are a hobbyist like I am, and perhaps you, this is something you will probably enjoy. Okay, looks good. This one is not right. Ah, that's good. You need to ensure that these pieces are completely flat on one another, because otherwise your 3D printer later will not print correctly and will have warped sides and so on. So make sure that these are correct and then tighten them down. Okay. Good. Looks good. Okay, first corner attached. One to go, or more like a dozen to go. Okay. Additional one here, here. A lot more of these. Yes, this looks good. Corner down here. This part here is probably one of the most boring parts about the whole assembly. The frame is not something very spectacular. Sorry about my English here. It's basically just a lot of screwing these brackets down. I did not expect that they actually use this many. I'm happy about it because that means that the whole printer will be quite sturdy when assembled, but it's a pain in the ass to assemble. Okay. So this one here. Okay. And this was only step 2. Well, this is a lot of work. Quite a lot of work. Let me get some isopropanol and clean these spider webs up, I guess. Or whatever these white thingies here are. Put them in here. Okay. Let's leave it right here. Don't fear, my floor here is not the most level thing in the world. In an ideal world, this one would be perfectly flat, like a granite surface, and I could perfectly align everything, but well, it's not a perfect world, so sorry about this. So you just have to believe me that I have made sure that this one is actually square and that the corners are actually 90 degrees and not off by too much or anything for that matter. Apparently now we have to repeat step 1 to build another one of these frames here, which again is just this one and another one of this with screws from package A, which I believe I have put somewhere here. Yep, on the desk. So one here, another one here, and there's one missing. Well, this is unfortunate. It's the right screws. Well, this is beyond unfortunate. I'm missing a screw. Great. This is off to a great assembly here. Why is there a screw missing? The package says 8 pieces and I only got 7. Okay. I guess we have to deal with this and hope that 7 screws is enough to attach this whole frame together, because I can't find another one. Yep, does not look like there's another one that I'm missing somewhere. They actually did not put enough screws in here. That's disappointing. Very disappointing indeed, you could say. Does it say something about the amount of screws in here? Screw bags 4 pieces, corner coat bag 1 piece. Yes, I can confirm that there are the amount of packages, but not the amount of screws I need. None in here. None in here as well. Yep, I'm short 1 screw. This is annoying. And here I stand. I thought they did a good job at actually putting in enough screws to assemble this whole thing, and they did not. So I guess that's what you get yourself into. But nonetheless, let's try to assemble this thing and hope that this one missing screw isn't going to do too much. And perhaps I can order another one online. This is really disappointing. I did not think that they would screw up this much. Normally they may bend pieces or the coating isn't perfect or something like that, but I never had parts straight up missing. This is the first one for me in that regard. An unfortunate first one for me. Let's hope the rest isn't missing. Otherwise, I will be quite disappointed with this one if I can't even assemble it completely because of missing pieces. Okay. The only good thing is, because of the crazy amount of corner pieces, these screws shouldn't contribute too much to the actual rigidity of the frame, so we may actually get away with not having to use the proper amount of screws. Not an ideal situation, but a situation I have to figure out a way around. I probably should attach these first. I guess let's make a short break here. I will see you in the part 2 of this version with the corner pieces here attached and here, the same way they are attached currently here. And hopefully until then I have got a replacement screw or figured something out, or perhaps found it here in this assortment of parts. So let's hope for that one. And I hope to see you in the second part of this whole building assembly of the Tronxy X5SA 500 Pro. And until next time.